And so my entire life, I've been a little bit ahead of people. We're on our own path, but it's because I've always been early to try. And so I have experiences that other people are wondering about that I take wisdom from because I did it before it made sense. I never waited for things to make sense for me to try something. And what I've realized is it never makes sense. Like it never makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's just you just supposed to do it. And so I think a lot of my wisdom and confidence came from just doing it when I knew I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And then realizing like, yo, like even though it didn't work out, it worked out. And so like people ask like, Jamar, you gotta read a lot of books, dog. Like you got I'm like, dog, really I don't. Like I really don't. And then I will read a book and I'm like, dude, I already know that. And it's not me being cocky, but like I've traveled the country, I've been in uncomfortable situations, and I reflect on it. That's the key. It's experiences and then sitting in silence. What gets me to another level is the fact that I'll experience something and then literally sit in the dark and think about it. Dang, I could have done that differently. Dang, I did that right. Dang, I didn't even realize this about life. If I just do this, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember I was at a Fourth of July party. I don't celebrate July 4th, but I was at a July 4th party. But I was there, and it's a lot of it's like a pool party type joint, and conditionally in my head as a man, and this is something like this is kind of deep, but like conditionally as a man dealing with friends in college, like it almost seemed like anytime you out, you're supposed to be like on the hunt or something. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember like being there. I'm like, I don't care. I'm having fun with my friends. If I don't get a girl, or it doesn't matter. And I just had so much fun. And regardless of the regular opinion of people, because I was able to reflect on it and then experience it. After all the experience, now I have that wisdom of like walking into places like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't the goal. That ain't success for me. And so I'm continuously having these thoughts and continuously analyzing and developing my own opinion. I think the key to gaining knowledge is not accepting the knowledge from the world. We have to understand that our whole lives, especially when we're a baby, we took information in, but we couldn't say no to it. Our brain was only soaking. We got to be able to squeeze out the sponge and say, okay, what do I really think? Am I really like into that, or is my dad into that? Am I really this type of person, or are my friends like this? You know what I'm saying? Do I really like that type of music? And once you start doing that and thinking independently, you'll develop your own opinions and wisdom. A lot of things I believe are something I know are correct, but for somebody else's life, that's not the way. And so it's about developing your own philosophy. You know what I'm saying? I believe I'm a philosopher. I believe that.
Absolutely.
And so, but I'm not the philosopher for everybody. There's different ways to live life. And so I've developed it by experiencing and analyzing. But it first takes being crazy, first takes looking stupid. But does that really matter? And then when you get on the other side, you grew as a person. And so I just have relinquished the need to care if I win or lose because I know I won regardless of what y'all think, you know.
Boy, was I spit in that joint. Okay, I just want to do post edit talk on this one and break things down a little bit more clear. But I've been able to grow at an accelerated rate throughout a good portion of my life because every single moment and experience was an opportunity for me to learn. So, like, I talked about that story when I was at that pool party. Like, most people would just say, let me just have fun. And I did have fun, but I did take moments to say, let me take this in and really catch the lesson in this. There's a lesson and wisdom in everything you experience because if not, you wouldn't have experienced it. Everything is something to be taking notes on mentally. You feel me? Really be thinking about how you feel in different moments, why you feel like that. Really asking yourself tough questions is where you learn. The greatest wisdom you will ever learn is the wisdom of yourself. I talked about it there, but I didn't fully explain it. But the greatest wisdom you'll ever have is learning you. Because not every philosophy is your philosophy. The philosophy that works for my life, the way of living, isn't the exact same thing. 98% may work for you, but there may be, you know what I'm saying? And so I think it's super important to be able to develop your own wisdom. And how is that achieved? It can't be achieved by you listening to me on YouTube. Some of it can help. It can't be achieved by you reading a book by me or by somebody else. It has to be achieved by you reading the book of you. Of you looking back in your life and watching them highlights, not even the highlights, just watch the full film, bro. And say, dang, I could have done that differently. Or dang, I did that like that because I was feeling like that from a prior experience that was causing me to feel this again. Whatever it may be, you gotta watch your game film, bro. And when you watch your game film, or when you're in the moment and you're actually being present and actually being intentional with what's going on, you start to learn things about yourself. And so you won't repeat certain mistakes. You'll start to realize things you can tell somebody else that's dealing with something similar, whatever it may be. I think that's just game, bro. That's how I've gotten to places so early. Everywhere I'm at in life, wherever my counterparts are, they're always older than me because I did it before I was ready and I reflected on the experience. So I kept growing at an accelerated rate. You can do this too. It just takes you doing what you don't feel like doing. I don't feel, Jamar, I just want to party. Jamar, I understand that. You can still do that. But just give it a moment to like reflect on that joint before you go to sleep every day. Let's really recap. Let's meditate. How we feeling? Why did we do that? Dang, that was stupid. Like, come on. Journal a little bit. Get your thoughts down. Whatever works for you. This process that I'm talking about can't be achieved the same way for me as it was for you. For me, I can kind of just meditate on it and take mental notes. Every now and then I write something down. But I can kind of just mentally store some of this stuff. And then it just comes back because I can feel that moment again. Whatever that is for you, you need to start experiencing things and you need to start reflecting on it. And when you do that, I promise you do this every day. You're going to be so ahead. But don't really compare yourself. Just keep taking a step every single day to learn yourself. You'll be surprised how valuable and how far that can take you. Thank y'all so much. Like, comment, subscribe. But even if you don't, I enjoy making the video. I drop every day at 9:30 a.m. ET. Peace.